Which way do we go? Super budget, super cool, old school. Well, it all depends on works better up there. Stand by. Hey everybody, welcome back to RATTLECAN Guitar Restorations. I am James. We are taking a little bit of a detour because we've got to figure out what is best going to work for us as far as utilizing a camera in the uppy-cam position. If you are unaware, the uppy-cam position is, well, it's up there. It's on a curved plywood I-beam that I've constructed, and this allows me to shoot video over 3 different stations that I have set up here in my workshop. Currently, I have a Manfrotto ball head mounted from my camera dolly, and that's just not going to cut it because you have to loosen the lever in the back in order to affect any movement whatsoever, and then once you loosen that up, it goes, you know, kind of like a greased pig. It goes wherever it wants to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to figure out which one of these pan tilt video heads is actually going to work. They're technically not both fluid video heads. This one over here, I don't even know how to pronounce this. We're going to call it the Andoer. A-N-D-O-E-R is the brand name. That was brand spanking new for 25 bucks from Amazon. This is a Manfrotto 3047 3-axis video head, and that one was, I don't know, 150, 200 bucks or so from, I think I got that one from B&H in New York, 15 years ago, 18, where would I have been? I would have been, yeah, probably 18 years ago. And that thing has been everywhere and shows that it's a little bit worse for wear, but it still does exactly what it's supposed to do. So now we're going to try to figure out which one of those video heads is going to work best up top. Now they both have what are called quick release plates. This on the Andoer is a rectangular plate, and it has some little, I don't know what you want to call them, some little dovetails in the side, and then they fit in between these 2 notches, and then you just tighten it down like this. The Manfrotto has a hexagonal plate, and it's a little more complicated, but at the same time it's a little quicker to get in and out because it has this mount. Now I can mount this plate this way or this way or this way. It'll go in any direction. The key to locking it in is depressing that pin. See if I can do this without snapping my finger off. Yeah, probably not. You get lodged in here and this goes down, and now you're in. So you can literally just clip your camera on there. There's no twisting back and forth as there is on this one. To get it out is a little more complicated, especially since it's wiggling around like this. You have to thumb this lever out. God, I can't even do this. Thumb goes here, and you pull this lever over. And then you can pull your plate out. But that's not really a consideration for what we're doing, because we're just going to mount it on a camera dolly, and hopefully we'll have it set up so that once we have the camera set, we don't have to do anything to it. There is another distinct pro and con for these two. This thing, super lightweight. This thing, built like a friggin' tank. That tripod head right now weighs more than this camera. In fact, it might weigh more than this camera and that tripod combined. But the The two criteria that we're looking for is the ability to get it mounted up on the camera dolly easily, and then the second part is to be able to tilt it as far as this way easily, because we have a discrepancy in the distances between my pivot point here to there and then over to this side. There's a little bit of a difference, so I've got to do some tilting, and quite honestly, whichever one is easier to tilt is the one that's going to get the gig. All right, this is officially the jankiest camera setup I have ever used. Oh, here's a picture of it. Don't judge. So, I guess I could turn this around so I could see what I'm doing here, couldn't I? Now it's going to fall over. Here we go. So anyways, this hangs like this. For ease of access, we're going to turn it over. So I've got this, so all I have to do is twist this ball head off. And a ball head is super useful if you are trying to just quickly adjust something on the fly. Normally it sits on top of your tripod like this, and you just undo this, get it into position, and then you tighten it up, and it's good to go. The downside is all you have to do is loosen this up, and it's going to go wherever it wants to go. The nice thing about these pan tilt heads are that if I release this, all I am releasing is the up and down axis on it. If I lock that axis, then it doesn't go up and down. Same thing with this side-to-side axis, and then eventually this one here. So what I have to do is to be able to look down and tilt it. How about this? And to be able to tilt it this ways. And I'm not sure if this is going to get that done. And the reason that I say that is because this is in a fixed position. So what I have to be able to do is to get a camera. I don't think that's going to work. And why? I'm sure everyone is saying that. But why? Well, let's put the mounting plate on and we'll see why. So if I mount this as such, first of all, that's not going to do us any good at all, because when I tilt that back, I'm limited by that arm. Okay? So let us loosen this and let's look the other direction. So if I loosen this now, I'm closer, but can I go up here? This is as far as I can go. That's as far as I can go. I'm not pointing straight down. So I don't think that's going to work, simply because we just really don't have the clearance on either side of this to look straight up and down. Now let's think outside the box here for a minute, because I have two additional things. I can open this up, so I can do that. And hey, let's do this. Let's go unconventional and rotate our camera plate. So I can do it like that, but the problem with that is I'm oriented the wrong way. Hey, here we go. My 16:9 box is oriented like this with the camera in this position, except we're located in that position and I can't rotate that around anymore, because once again we have the problem with that getting in the way. But now can I rotate that around? So in order to do this, we got to kind of do some weird, crazy contortions. Not exactly jazzed about that. So let's try the bogan head and see if we can make that work any better. All right, let's see if we can get this to work any better. You can see that we're sitting up quite a distance compared to the Andoer as far as our relationship to the mounting surface. You can see. So now, if we put this camera in, well, it'd be this way. If we put this camera in this position, and I tilt down like this, then I have almost straight down. And then I could tilt up. Let's see, we tighten this just a little bit. And if we move it there, move it there, it stays fairly close. Well, that might be it right there. And so, hanging, you'll see this. So let's put it up on the track and see what she does. Now she is a little more substantial, that's for sure. So now let's spin it around. And let's spin it to the other position. That's not too bad. As far as it moves easily, I've got enough adjustability to where I can pan in. See if this makes any sense. This axis here, I just have to twist it a little bit to get things into frame. I think that's what we're going to do. Now, I'll be honest with you, I kind of knew that. Let me show you what we're going to do. So I had a sneaky suspicion that's kind of the way things were going to work out, and that's okay, because we're going to put this new Andoer tripod head onto our tripod riser, and we're going to put it on our Manfrotto tripod, and we are going to put probably the big boy camera. I think I'm going to go back to the 7D as the main camera, just because, well, the sensor's quite a bit bigger, and I think we'll go with that. And then we'll put the new JVC, not the old busted one. See the old busted one up there? That's the one that I fixed the flex cable on. Did a video about that. You can see that up here in the corner. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do some magic hocus pocus, and then we'll come back and see what things look like. All right, so no idea what that looks like, no idea what that sounds like, but it's because I can't see myself because this is an older DSLR camera. I don't have a flip around screen to go around to the front, so now we get to build monitors. Not just one for that camera, but one for the uppy-cam too, because there is a flip screen up there, but I hate looking at that, because who wants to see me doing this? Now the good thing about that particular camera is I have the ability to zoom in and out once I find the sweet spot. probably get a new battery. That might help too. So I think that's where we're going to start with that. We'll work with this setup, this 2-camera setup. I'll take a picture of it, kind of show you what it looks like from, at least from my vantage point. All right, so I'm actually standing on the other side of where the wall is going to go, but this is the view from the back of the 7D pointed towards where this fat, obnoxious guy would be standing. And then looking up, you can see the uppy-cam peering down upon us in a not perilous position thanks to this mount. And then we've got to work on monitors so that I can see what is being filmed from that camera and that camera by looking in that camera. And I actually have everything. We've built one of those displays already. We have the parts to build another one, courtesy of Jay, friend of the channel. And so we can get going on that. Then we have some lighting issues, but that's all going to come with the wall, because just behind the tripod there's a blue line on the floor, and that's where the wall is going to be, and I have some surprises in store for that area as well. Anyways, that's what's going on today. It's actually a glorious day. It's cold and gray and drizzly, just kind of the way I like it. But have no fear, it'll be hot as the dickens by Friday. Anyways, hope you guys have a great weekend. Cheers.
Hey, if you like this episode of RATTLECAN Guitar Restorations, you might want to check this video out as well. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, and if you'd like to help the channel grow, consider stepping over to our Patreon page and giving that a look. Y'all have a good weekend. Cheers.